Hi everyone, Anu this side from Meraki Homes studio. For those of you who are new here, we are a home interior design studio based out of Hyderabad. So today I'm going to be talking about how to install an inbuilt dishwasher in your kitchen. So first of all, what exactly is an inbuilt dishwasher? So when you're going for a dishwasher, there'll be two types of dishwashers that are available. One is an inbuilt one and the other is a freestanding one. By inbuilt, we simply mean that it, gets installed inside your kitchen and it's not visible. The freestanding one is mostly visible and you can just place it anywhere and use it. So the inbuilt dishwasher, when you are installing it, it sits inside a cavity in your kitchen. So there are some specific points and technical details that you need to keep in mind while installing an inbuilt model. So I'll take you through each point and the technical details, which will be helpful for you to plan your dishwasher in the kitchen. So let's begin. The first and foremost important thing is that you need to finalize and decide on the brand and model beforehand. You need to pre-plan so that you are aware of the dimensions and the specifications of the model. The first thing you need to see while buying it is that it's an inbuilt model and not a freestanding one, because the dimensions will completely differ for both the models. Now, the second point, the positioning of the dishwasher. Where exactly should we place it in our kitchen? So, when you are planning the layout of the kitchen or when you are designing the kitchen, you need to plan the dishwasher right next to your sink cabinet. Why? Because the plumbing points will be there and that's what we'll be using for the dishwasher. That's about the position. The third point about how exactly should it be planned. So it's best if the dishwasher is planned between two cabinets. One of them, of course, will be the sink cabinet. As I said, it needs to be adjacent to the sink cabinet. It's best if we have another cabinet on the other side of the dishwasher as well. Why? Because the dishwasher is not going to sit inside the kitchen box. We are not making a ply box and we are not putting the dishwasher in that. It's a cavity that we're leaving out there. It's an empty space in which the dishwasher basically sits. So that's why to have that support and sturdiness on both the sides, it's good if we have cabinets on both the sides. If at all the space or the layout does not permit that, and if at all you have to, plan it on one of the ends or the sides of the cabinets, then make sure that after the side panel that you're putting on the side of the dishwasher, which is going to be your ply or laminate or acrylic, whatever material your kitchen is, on top of that, it's good if you, put a side panel of stone. It can be the granite, quartz, whatever material that you're using on the countertop can go on the side as well. You can check one of the example in one of the pictures that we are showing here. So that's about the positioning. Now coming to the size of the cavity that, the dishwasher sits in it. So this cavity size in which the dishwasher is going to be installed has to be 600 mm wide. The width from left to right basically is going to be 600 mm. You need to be specific about it and it has to be exactly 600 mm for proper alignment and, proper installation. The depth also will be 600 mm from front to back, which is the standard kitchen depth as well. Talking about the height of it, the minimum clear height that you need for the dishwasher to sit there from floor to the top, below the countertop is required a minimum of 820 mm. So it can go up to 875 mm depending on the model that you choose, but the minimum clear height required is 820 mm. You need to be very specific about that. So generally it sits on the, standard kitchen height, which is above like the final countertop height. The final height of the kitchen generally is 840 mm. And so after 820, there's around 20 mm for the countertop. So that clear height is required of 820 mm and another 20 mm on top for the countertop. So that will give you the final standard kitchen height. In the height, you need to check the model which you're going for, and based on that, it can be planned. The maximum is up to 875 mm as well. But yes, it can be a little bit adjusted also because the dishwasher will have legs at the bottom, which are slightly adjustable. So few mm here and there is fine with the height. But yes, if at all there's any doubt or confusion, you can of course check the model and you can get help from the brand person. That's about the size of the cavity. Now this cavity has to remain completely empty. Now we will talk about the plumbing and the electrical points for the dishwasher. Now the positioning of the electrical and plumbing points. Where exactly should these points come? So the electrical point can be planned anywhere in your sink cabinet, wherever the space permits. And the plumbing points, both inlet and outlet, need to be at a height of 12 inches, 1 feet from the ground. From the floor to the height of these points should be 1 feet. So if at all the plumbing point is existing one, you need to kind of shift it and bring it to a level of 12 inches from the floor. That is something which is important and that you will have to do beforehand, even before planning the entire, kitchen. Because plumbing work is something, the points need to be taken at the very initial stage. So that's about the positioning of the electrical and plumbing points. Now we'll talk about the skirting and the outer shutter or the flap down of the dishwasher. So the dishwasher simply goes inside the cavity and it's very simply screwed inside the cavity. That the installation person will come and help you with whatever brand you are going for. The person will come for the installation. So it's not a big deal. You can very simply, just fit it inside the box and it is simply screwed on the sides. The front fascia or the shutter that you need to make to put on top of the dishwasher, that's also very simply screwed on top of the dishwasher. It's a flap down and it is simply screwed on the inbuilt dishwasher. But the size of it you need to check and the alignment of it needs to be checked. The size of this front fascia or the, flap down unit needs to be checked as per the dishwasher model again. So in inbuilt dishwasher also there are two types of models that will come. One is a semi-integrated model in which basically the control panel, the buttons will be visible from outside and below that the shutter or the flap down will come. So if you are going for a semi-integrated model, the shutter size will be a little less. After the control panel, whatever height is there based on the model, as per that you need to check the size of the shutter. And then there is a fully integrated one. So the fully integrated one, the control panel is not visible. The shutter will be completely equal to the other shutters of your kitchen. And the control panel basically comes inside when you open the flap down. Coming to the skirting next. The skirting that will come, in front of the dishwasher has to be a separate one. You need to have a separate skirting done for the front fascia and it has to be accessible. It should be removable. So you need to make a separate skirting and it should be fixed using a clamp on both sides on the cabinets on left and right. Now while making the skirting, one more important point to keep in mind is that you need to have a 2 to 3 mm gap or buffer on top. Why? Because all the dishwashers front fascia will open as a flap down. And when you're opening it as a flap down, it needs some space to, have that bend wherever it is joining the skirting. So for that, there is a buffer space of 2 to 3 mm that is required and should be considered while making the separate skirting that you're making. So that's about how basically the dishwasher is to be installed, specifically the inbuilt model. And yes, if in case you have any doubts, any confusion, do feel free and contact the brand person or their customer care because they will come for the installation to help you out. But yes, the other details like the plumbing points, electrical, all these things you have to keep ready before they come for the installation. But yes, if there's any confusion, any doubt, do get in touch with them, clarify your doubt, and then only go ahead with the, execution. Because if there's any mistake, if there's any hiccup on it, later changing things becomes a little, tedious and hectic. So to avoid that, it's good that you pre-plan things and check with the company or the brand and then go ahead with your installation. So I hope this video was helpful and I hope this will be useful when you are planning your next inbuilt dishwasher installation. And if there are any queries or anything else that you want us to come back in the next video as an information to you guys, do let us know in the comment section. And do subscribe to our channel for more interior design related tips, technical details related to the interior design industry, and of course our full home tours. Until next time, see you. Bye bye.